Well, Donald Trump advisor Elon Musk says he hopes Europe and the US will move to what he's calling a zero-tariff situation, effectively creating a free trade zone between Europe and North America. His comments came a day after the heavy trade tariffs unleashed by Donald Trump sent global stock markets plummeting. China was quick to retaliate, while others, including the European Union, are still pondering raising tariffs themselves. I'd like to welcome Abigail Hall back to DW now. She's an Associate Professor of Economics at the University of Tampa. Great to have you with us. Now, Elon Musk apparently isn't a big fan of Donald Trump's tariff policy. Given his very close ties to the US president, does that surprise you?
So there are a couple of things that might be going on here. So on the one hand, it could be that just at a very basic level, Musk has quickly observed a 40% decline in sales in Tesla in Europe over the last couple of months. But the other thing that this could potentially be is an attempt at readjustment or correction by the Trump administration, in that one of Trump's closest kind of allies and supporters, and someone who's clearly very influential in the administration, is coming out to kind of push back against the recently implemented policies. So I'm thinking, or maybe hopeful is the right word, that this might be a signal that the administration is considering walking back some of those policies.
And if they wanted to walk back some of the policies, could they actually do that, or is the damage already done?
So there's the economic possibility and then the political possibility. Economically speaking, these policies are not written in stone. And certainly we have many, many examples throughout the course of history, including recent US history, of a liberalization or a relaxation in tariff policies. And so could these policies be walked back? Of course they could be walked back. Now, politically speaking, however, for the president, it's unclear to me that politically walking back these policies would be viable, at least not to Trump's base. He has made very, very clear that he likes tariffs. He has run on a campaign, or ran on a campaign, where he promised tariffs. And so it's unclear to me at the end of the day which one of these will win out. But if I had to place a bet, I would bet on the politics.
Okay, interesting. Now, we've seen what markets think of these tariffs. How much longer do you think it's going to take until the average American is going to start feeling these effects?
For Americans who have investments, they're feeling the effects right away. One of the things that I've heard from many people is that they are very explicitly not checking their retirement accounts right now because they don't want to be just crippled with a depression. In terms of things like goods and services, I anticipate that we'll see some of these changes very quickly. Some of them may take a little bit longer to materialize. On the market for things like fruits and vegetables, so goods that we typically import from countries in Latin America, including Mexico, we might see those changes happen relatively quickly. For other goods and services, might take a little bit longer, but certainly within the next 6 months to a year, I would anticipate that your average consumer is going to feel just the US tariffs. Now, if we start talking about the retaliatory tariffs, so think about the ones recently imposed by China, this is only going to compound these effects.
Abigail Hall, thank you so much for your insights today. Abigail Hall is an Associate Professor of Economics at the University of Tampa. Appreciate it. Thanks.
My pleasure.